Welcome to the first episode of this concept. That was weird, right? And with that, I welcome you to the first video of the Glow Up series. The Glow Up series will be a series on my YouTube channel where I give you tips about glowing up mentally and physically. If you want to glow up and this sounds like something you could need, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch all the videos of the Glow Up series. Even though the Glow Up series will contain physical aspects, it doesn't mean that you have to look a certain way to be able to glow up or look good. Glow up culture has been a very big thing in social media these past few years, and it can get very toxic. This is not the message I want to give you in this series. I'm not telling you you have to look like this and this and this and do everything I say in the videos. These are just tips for you that you can watch if you feel like maybe in this area I need some help. At the end of the day, you should remain the way that you feel comfortable. Just because in a glow up video someone says blonde hair, long hair looks good does not mean that you have to dye your hair and put extensions in. I just wanted to say that before I start with this. It was actually not my own idea, but my best friend Morella's. If you watched my Barcelona vlog, then you got to know her, and if not, I recommend you check that out. One day she texted me something about I think mouth hygiene and said you could start a series while you tell people all about hair care, skincare, all that stuff. And then I was like, you know what? You're right. Let me actually do that. And this is how we got here. Something that makes everyone glow up even just a little bit is confidence. And this is what we will be talking about today. Studies have actually shown that people who are confident are often perceived more attractive apart from their physical appearance. People who show confidence are often also perceived as positive because confidence is associated with positive traits of a person. Maybe let me tell you what confidence is. So technically, confidence is believing yourself and believing that you can master life's challenges, but also the willingness to achieve these challenges also comes with it. Being confident acquires a realistic sense of your capabilities and also a kind of security when it comes to these. And a big thing is that confidence is not only reflected with what you say or what you think, but often also the way you are perceived. And by that, I mean your body posture, for example. This doesn't seem very confident, but this does. This is why I started the video I did, that you would see what it would look like when someone is not confident and then versus when someone is sort of confident. The open and upright body posture is seen as confident, and this is your first tip. But there are many ways to become more confident. The first one is kind of a hard one. It is to stop comparing yourself to others. I know it's easier said than done, but let me explain to you why. A study from 2018 says that when you compare yourself, you start to envy other people because you're not like them, and that then bruises your confidence because you feel worse about yourself. You're like, why did this person achieve this and this and this and do that and I haven't? You just have to remember you don't know what happens in that person's life. You don't know what they're doing when you're not with them. Maybe they have other struggles that you don't have. So don't judge yourself and also don't judge others because you never know what's actually going on. Cut yourself some slack. And I'm not saying you can look at someone and say, oh my God, that's my idol. I also want to achieve that. Yes, you can, but envy and having an idol is not the same thing. Something that makes you confident is also to remember your achievements and strengths. In hard times when you don't achieve things, just remember, I have already achieved this and this. I have studied, I have a good job. Maybe you're good at knitting, talking to people. Just remember this. With that also comes doing things you're good at. So if you're good at sports, then do sports because that's going to boost your confidence and remind you that you're good at that. That will make you satisfied with yourself and therefore boost your confidence. Another thing that I should do more often is daily affirmations. You can go in front of the mirror, maybe in the morning, for 5 minutes or 1 minute, and just say some affirmations like, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I will achieve all my goals. Maybe if you have any insecurities, then say positive things about these insecurities. Just kind of hype yourself up. I also think listening to music can really boost your confidence. Turn on some cool music and kind of dance and you feel like the main character in a movie. An important part is to take care of your body. So healthy nutrition, maybe working out from time to time, just having maybe spa days where you do your skincare and alone time. But don't worry, there's going to be plenty of videos on how to take care of your body in this series. Make sure to wear clothes that you like. Dress in the style you like. When I have a cute outfit that is new, that I'm really feeling, I just feel 100 times more confident than when I'm just in sweats. Dress for yourself and not for others. When you get ready, you can also do your makeup and hairstyles that you feel suit you, so that when you look in a mirror, you're like, oh, I'm so pretty. I mean, you should say that every day, but today I'm extra pretty, and that also boosts your confidence like crazy. A thing that some of you might not want to hear is that you should surround yourself with positive people. When you think of your friends, are they boosting you and accepting you as who you are, or are they constantly judging you and telling you to change? Because if it's the second answer, then maybe you should think about finding some new friends. Obviously, if you hang out with people who tell you that you're not good enough all day, then that's gonna get into your head. And when you go home, you're gonna feel like they are right, I am not good enough. But that is not true. And instead, if you have friends that compliment you and are just like you, then you're like, that's fine. I mean, my friends are also that way, and they said that I'm good at this and this, I'm pretty, but do not rely on what other people say. That's important. Do not seek affirmation only from others, but from yourself, because we're talking about self-confidence here. Thing that I actually didn't know before doing my research is that facing your fears can also really boost your confidence. Ask for that promotion. Talk to that person. Fears are often a result of lack of self-confidence because you feel like, no, I can't do that. I'm so scared, so I'm not going to do it. But if you face your fears, then you're like, wow, I was able to do this. Know when to say no to things that do not make you confident or make you feel uncomfortable. If you really don't want to do things, I guess people have to accept that. I feel like that also shows the other person that you have some confidence, because if you're always like, yes, okay, I don't want to, but okay, then they feel like they do everything I tell them to. But that's not true. You have a mind of your own and a will of your own. That might sound like the opposite of the previous one, to face your fears, but facing your fears and just doing things you're absolutely uncomfortable with is not the same thing. Like if someone tells you, let's go, I don't know, bully some people, then that's not overcoming your fear. That's just something you don't want to do and you should not do. Tell your friend to stop doing that. The last one I want to tell you is to set realistic goals. I'm not saying you can dream big, but if you wake up in the morning and set yourself a goal that is absolutely unachievable, then at the end of the day, you are rather to feel not confident, because you're like, I set my goals, I never achieve my goals, but that is not because you're bad, but it is because you're being too hard on yourself when it comes to setting your goals. Set goals that you can actually achieve, so at the end of the day, you think to yourself, I achieved goals, even if they were small. I want to give you an advice that I feel like is one of my favorite advice to give to people, is that obviously every person is so self-centered. Obviously, it's normal, it's biological and psychologically that people are just, you're just self-centered. You think about yourself all the time. Pretty much everything you do has an egoistic background. That also means that you yourself look at yourself more, think about yourself more. When you look in the mirror, you might notice this and this and this, and I have a scar here, and my nose looks like this. But you have to remember that other people, when they look at you, especially when it's like strangers on the street, they don't do this. Okay, let me look at this person. Their eyes are weird. What is that posture? Is she wearing pink socks? No. This is not the way people think. They look at you, they're like, okay, and they move on. And also people that you know, especially when they're used to your face, they're like, oh, okay, another hairstyle. Nice. You yourself notice things that others do not notice. And that might sound a little mean, but they do not care about you, basically. I have a graphic in front of me that states how confident people are versus how insecure people are. That maybe you can be a little self-aware or maybe aware of other people. If the things I say about insecure people resonate with you, don't feel bad about yourself. Don't let this make you even more insecure. This is just a graphic on the internet. It does not say everything about you. And you can also take it as motivation to maybe change some of these traits. Disclaimer, I'm not the one who wrote this list. It says that a confident person would celebrate other people's success, whereas an insecure person would be jealous and judge the others. Insecure people are also more close-minded, so they don't really accept many other opinions and new things, whereas confident people are open-minded. They are ready to hear your opinion, even though it's not their opinion. They're open to learn new things. Confident people are optimistic, so they look at the bright side of things, and insecure people are rather looking at the bad things. Something that we already said earlier is that confident people are willing to take risks and maybe fail at something, whereas insecure people are afraid of changing and stepping out of their comfort zone. Insecure people hide their flaws and are indecisive, so they can't really decide on things, whereas confident people, they can laugh at themselves and they can also decide on things. Confident people are always learning and growing, and insecure people like to act as a know it all to kind of show, like, I'm good, I can do this and this. Even though, I mean, you don't really have to prove yourself to others, do you? Insecure people make excuses and blame others instead of, like, confident people admitting their mistakes and accepting that they did a mistake. I'm just gonna put that out there and already move on to the next topic, which is the benefits of confidence. We all know confidence have benefits, but if you're like, I feel pretty comfortable the way I am, why should I become confident? Then let me tell you some benefits. People who are confident have better performance because they don't sit around worrying about what they might do wrong. They just do it and they just try it out. And that obviously results in also achieving things. You can develop healthier relationship because you understand and love others better. Since you also have more self-love and self-respect, it is easier for you to end relationships when you realize that they don't do you any good. As we already said, you're open to try new things, you believe in yourself, and even if maybe you fail something, then it's okay. It's not going to bruise your entire existence. But it also helps you be resilient because, as you know, you're confident, you believe in yourself, so you try and try and try something because you know I can achieve it if I really want to. And something that I personally want to add is that confidence can often come across as arrogance, and that's not the same thing. It is either you seeing someone and thinking this person is so arrogant, but maybe they're just confident, but it can also be you trying to be confident, but you're rather arrogant. So being confident, it doesn't mean being cocky, pretending you're better than everyone else, looking like this all the time. That's not it. That rather shows an insecure person, judging from the things I mentioned earlier. You can be confident and be nice. And we are not judging anyone that's insecure. I am obviously also not the confidence person on earth. Confidentist. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be open, have an open posture, not judge people. I'm actually working on that. And so far, I'm pretty satisfied with myself because I've become more confident, and through that confidence, I became accepting of myself. Does that make sense? And let me remind you that every single one of you that's watching has the absolute right to be confident, even though you are maybe not the same as other people. Every person deserves to be confident. Every person is good the way they are. Don't change your personality just to be a little confident. Always remember to stay true to yourself and do what you love, even though some crazy girl on the internet tells you how to be confident. I hope I could give you some confidence and inspire you to become even more confident if you want that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked on this video. And I also want to thank you for watching this video, and make sure to watch the other videos of the Glow Up series where we will be talking about hair care, skincare, mindset, many other things. See you next time.